Hello everyone, welcome to another Inventor tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to build this simple part in Inventor. There are only few commands involved in building these parts and it would be quite straightforward and easy tutorial. Let's get started. Open up a new part file, click on Standard and click Create. Before you go ahead, go to Tools, go to Document Setting, make sure the units are in millimeter if you don't use relevant template. Now go to Home button, Home, and then let's create the sketch on YZ plane. Click on YZ plane and go to sketch and create 2D sketch. Now the sketch plane becomes parallel to the computer screens, and let's start with the sketch. I'm going to create this sketch first and try to add dynamic dimensions as much as possible to make the video quick as well as path design faster. So click on line, then start origin, and in this direction the distance is 100 millimeter, so make it horizontal, and in the dynamic window enter 100. Now go up, and the overall height is 40 by 10 by 10, 60, enter 60, and go this way, make it 20, and the angle, you can see the angle is changing dynamically, so it has to be, when this is 145, this has to be 135. So I enter, click tab to jump onto the angle dimensions and enter 135, click enter. Now go down, which is 10 millimeter, and go horizontal. You really can't specify these dimensions, and end the sketch. Now you have to enter only one dimensions, which is 10 millimeter. Now the sketch is completed. If you add this one, this is become 40. Let's exit the sketch and go to 3D model tab and click on extrude command and extrude this whole thing by overall width is 30 by 10 by 10, 50 millimeter. I will make it about mid plane, enter 50 millimeter. Now the base part is completed. Click on this surface, add a new sketch, go to circle, create a circle and add dynamic dimensions 40 millimeter. So radius is 20. Now let's position the circle 25 millimeter from the edge and go to 3D model, go to extrude and make under boolean, make it cut, and under distance make it through all and click OK. Now click on this surface, create new sketch, go to rectangle, create a rectangle like this, add dimensions, total width is 25 and total height is 30 millimeter. Now position the rectangle, let's add few relations, click on vertical relations, click on this point and click on midpoint, and now we have to add one more constraint because this is vertically not constraint, So click on coincident constraint, click on this line and click on this point. Now you can see the sketch is fully black and that's been fully constrained. Go to 3D model, click on extrude, under output make it cut, and under distance make it true all and click OK. Now let's add two holes. Click on this surface, click on the new sketch command, click on point, create 2 points, and let's add some dimensions. The distance between the two holes is 30 mm, and the two holes are symmetric about z-axis. So let's add symmetric constraint. Click on this point and click on this point. From the origin, click on z-axis. Now only one more dimensions to be added, the distance of the hole from this edge, which is 20 mm. Now the sketch is fully defined. You can see on lower right hand corner the sketch says fully defined. And finish the sketch and click on hole, and the two points are picked up automatically because that is the only unconsumed sketch on the part. For the diameter, make it 10 mm, 10 is added. For the termination, make it true all, click OK. Now there is only one more feature to add, which is this feature. So I am going to use rip command to create this feature, or you can simply use extrude command as well. So click on this surface and add a new sketch, and you can see to the midpoint of the rib is 5 by 5 10 mm from this end. So I will create a line from this point to this point and exit, make the distance 10 mm. Now you can see when we create the sketch, the reference geometry is projected onto the sketch plane. This is good option that you can use and make it the sketch creation is easier using those reference line. If you want to change this reference line to non-construction line, click on that line. You can click always here, then it become normal line, but it is always good choice to keep them as construction so that those sketch are not included in the sketch we are creating. If those sketch are also counted as a part of the sketch, it may be confusing when you are creating like extrude feature. It will count them as well. You have the option to change this one to non-construction line by default. If you go to tools and if you go to application options, under the drawing, under the sketch, you can see here the project edge during curve creation. That is why it is creating, projecting. And when you click on project object as construction geometry, they are always projecting as construction geometry. If you untick this part, it will create as regular line, regular sketch segments. Now the sketch is fully defined, but there is one more dimensions needed. It is because this line is not really constrained. So what I'm going to do is I will add one constraint. I will add coincident constraint. Click on this point and click on this point. Oops, it is over defined. And click on this point and click on the line. Then it is fully defined, become black. Go to 3D model and go to rib, and by default the applicable rib options are selected. So here I have done tutorial about rib command in my previous video, so you can have a look to be expert about rib command. But over here I will just quickly go through what rip command is, how to create the rip. So here, normal to sketch plane. So the sketch plane is this plane and the rip is created normal direction. So we cannot create a rip using this sketch with this option because this is called parallel to sketch plane. When you select this option, the rip is not created because there are no rip to be able to create it towards the direction of the sketch plane, parallel to sketch plane. So we have to select normal to sketch plane option, and the preview is there. We can see the preview, and the thickness, it has to be 10 millimeter, and you can see the rib has gone down all the way, but we need to stop this one only up to 20 millimeter. So use this option, finite, make it finite and make it 20 millimeter. So the rib is created from the top plane, sketch plane, and extruded down 20 millimeter. Click OK and go to home position. Now you can add required appearance. I will add something similar like a metal color, and that's all, and part is created. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Please hit like button and subscribe the channel if you would like to learn more about Inventor. Thank you for watching.